So I have my box control, and I'm going to use it on the fins. Let's duplicate it. And I'm going to snap it to the fin. Let Maya catch up for a moment. I'm going to tilt this. Just 90 degrees. Apparently 90 degrees isn't good enough, so I need to bring it down further. Let's move it out. Make it maybe a little bit bigger so it wraps better. Alright, so I like where the box is, but I want to scale it in, but it's going to scale it from the center, but I like this line. So I'm going to go in my top viewport, hold down DV and snap it to this joint. Now I can scale it in from that point. So it's a small little box to choose for the base. Might make it even a little bit bigger. Let's duplicate this. I'm going to snap it there. You don't want this control to go past your joint. You want to show that, like, animators will expect the pivot point to be at the edge of the joint, at this point of the joint, or at this point of the control. I snap my pivot point back to where the joint is. You do not want to, let me duplicate this and move it. You do not want to place the control like this and then snap the pivot point over here, because when the animator goes and select it, it's going to seem a little weird. It's actually a bigger deal. Let me center the pivot point out. If you do it like this, because when you go and grab it, the control's not going to really bend it properly. So make sure you kind of have it, the pivot point of the control to be on the edge. So when the box moves up and down, everything in the box will be moving up and down properly. If it's if the pivot point's in the center, the box is going to rotate weird, and the mesh is going to go in and out of the box. That's why you want to do it this way. It just makes it easier for the animator. If you don't have these boxes, I would basically be just doing these with circles around, kind of in the same placement for this edge. So just doing a circle there and a circle there. I just like the boxes. It shows it a little bit better. Alright, let's duplicate this one. Snap it to this joint. Duplicate, snap, duplicate, snap. As you can see, these boxes are now getting a little bit on top of each other. So let's just scale this down a little bit. Duplicate this, snap it there. Oh, we can also show it a little bit better. We can scale this out so that the animator knows that this is controlling that much of the fin. Same thing here. So that just makes it a little bit clearer what's going on. Select all these controls, go into here, call this left fin, hit enter. I'm going to select these guys on the top, Actually, this is probably use F for front. If you want to type in front, you can. I accidentally hit caps. This is of course going to be mid. And these bot or bottom, or you can just type in bottom. And then we have our fin, all the controls built. Now let's connect them. This to this. I'm going to turn off the ability to select geometry so that doesn't happen. Probably also joints too. So this one to this one, P. This one, P. P. And then let's select these. And hit P. So when you move this, all the controls move. This moves individually. If you go to your hypergraph, you get something that looks like this. So these are these three right here, and they're all connected to this fin, and each control is then connected to the other ones. The other cool thing about this little setup is I can select this base one down here and hit, this will be my left side, so I'm going to just color this yellow. And now they're all colored yellow. I'll show you another way to do it, to color a different control later on. A different way if you don't have these. Let's hit save. I'm going to actually save this out as a separate file. And that's one fin. And the next video we'll do, oh, quick thing, forgot to do it almost. Let's select all these and freeze transformations. And now let's move to the next fin.